Hello everyone, this is Borduurmeisje, aka Stitching Girl. It's been a very long while since I made my last video, and I had a bit of an annoying year, but I'm not going to talk too much about that. And I'm going to show you what I have done in the previous year. Since you all know I'm mostly a one whip stitcher, so there aren't a lot of whips or not even finishes to show, but I have a few things to show. I have laid everything next to me, and I'm going to start with the original cross stitch tag. Sorry. So, how did you start, or who introduced you to do cross stitch? Before, when I was little, I did some of those stamped cross stitch kits. Most of them were Royal Paris, but I soon lost interest and I just gave up. And then around 10 years ago, we went to a hobby fair and my mum bought me some little cross stitch kits, some Vervaco coffee cups. Sorry, I keep looking to the screen instead of there, but yeah. And I finished one, but never finished the other two, and that's how I rolled into, and I never stopped stitching after that. Question 2. Do you have a favorite theme or designer? I have a few. I like Madame Chantilly. She makes those small cute things, but I'm also in love with Heaven and Earth designers, so I also like Joan Elliott. They're kind of different, but if I have to choose for the rest of my life what I can do, it will be Heaven and Earth designs, and most of my patterns are cats, as you can see here. Oh my god. This isn't working. Behind me there is a cat. I have to do it the other way. There, sleeping, you should see his ears. So I often make a lot of cats, so the three big whips I have now are cats as well. What floss brand do you use? I prefer DMC. I don't change a lot on a pattern. With a hat it's not possible either, and I mostly use the regular DMC floss, so nothing too fancy. I do own a lot of Nina's threads. She makes beautiful hand-dyed threads, and I have most of her first collections from when she just started out, but the last few years I haven't bought any because I still need to work up the ones I have. What is your fabric of choice? I hate Ada, so mostly I work on even wave, and for smaller projects I use linen. I don't like to stitch on white fabric because it makes it shine through, and I prefer a cream or sand colored piece of fabric. Do you use a needle threader or are you a floss licker? I'm a floss licker, and you can put me in stitching jail because I am lazy and I make little knots to start my thread and I don't cut them away. So what kind of stitching frame do you use? I use an ordinary hoop, so I have Q-snaps, but I haven't used them in years. I don't like how I need to hold them, and I don't have the space here for a frame, and the way I sit in the sofa, curled up, a hoop is the easiest thing, even for a hat. So, how many projects have you finished? I need to count. So, witching hour, small one. Let me think. There's a fairy here in the house of Joanne Elliott's. There are 5 Joanne Elliott's at my parents' house, and I think there are 7 or 8 I give away, so maybe 20 pieces. But yeah, I worked 4 years on one hat, so. How many completed works do you currently have displayed in your home? I gave a lot of them away because we don't have a lot of space here. There are some at my parents' house and they keep hanging there. And here at the moment I have two finished. One is a Joanne Elliott's, which is Autumn Fairy, and the other is Heaven and Earth Designs Witching Hour. So those are the two I have hanging in my house. Do you do more stitching for gifts or keep them for yourself? I used to give a lot away, now I'm mostly stitch for myself. It takes a lot of time to stitch, and if you give it away then lots of my things went to my ex-in-laws and I won't ever see those projects again and it makes me sad. So I stitch for myself. What is your favorite project or finish you are most proud of? Witching Hour. Witching Hour. So I have shown it in previous videos when it was finished and there I'm most proud of, so Witching Hour. What has been your least favorite or worst experience while stitching? We have 4 cats and one of those cats loves to be on my stitching, and while I wasn't watching he pulled out some threads of the fabric so I could start puzzling and try to weave him some new threads to keep stitching. What do you love and what do you hate about cross stitch? I love it that I start with a blank fabric, a pattern and some threads and magically something appears. What I hate? French knots. I really hate them. If I can, I change them into beads, and if I can't, I won't stitch them. It's just so annoying that I'm not putting any time in it. Have you introduced anyone else to cross stitch? No, not really. What was your first tongue twisters. What was your first project and did you finish? If not, what was your first finish? My first project were 3 little coffee cups by Vervaco. I finished one of them. It's sitting in a drawer and the other 2 haven't been finished. So, how do you store your cross stitch floss? I have a box with bobbins for each product, especially for my hats. And I have 4 boxes now. And the threads that I don't use at the moment or aren't kitted up. So these are some threads for a Hubble Bubble. I just keep them in a regular bag until I'm ready to bobbinate them. So that is how I store my cross stitch floss. First it's gonna be all a bit through together because I don't have much space here next to me to lay stuff. So it's gonna be bit hull, bit blips, bits, everything together. So first I have some hull. Most of it is thread. Just before New Year I ordered a huge pack of threads to get Hubble Bubble Max Color and Ruth Sanderson's Fall Fairy. Both are heads, but the Fall Fairy is retired. So I already had these in my stock. This is a bag for the Max Color Hubble Bubble, and I had to order this pack. It has 232 colors, I think. So that is quite enough. Putting everything in a bag behind me. So I don't have a picture of the Fall Fairy, but this I'm gonna show you Hubble Bubble. So this is the Hubble Bubble Max Color, and according to the mock-up, the Max Color is much more detailed. Then the other thread is a smaller pack. I already had this for Fall Fairy for my stash. My stash is empty now. And this is the pack I had for Fall Fairy. So those are the 2 things I already bought. Then I have a little pattern. It's with embroidery stitches instead of cross stitches. Try and show it. Again, with our cats. Bane de chat, which means border of cats. And it's from un chat dans l'aiguille. So a cat in the needle. So this is it. And it comes with the thread, a pre-printed fabric, and how you need to do it. I'm not gonna show you it, but the pattern, but this is how the fabric is, and all the colors you need. Last time I showed you a witch, and I was debating if I would buy the other 3 or not. Sorry, I have to cough. And I bought the other 3, so I'm gonna show these as well. This is the summertime witch. It's a bit of glass, so I'm going to try and take it out. Again, this is a full kit. Oh, didn't you see it? There are some little fairy medallions in there. Oh, they are Totally face, but they're more Tinkerbell. I think they're Tinkerbell. Gonna see if it autofocuses my hand. Gonna put them against my hand. Focus, focus, please. Yeah, they are more like Tinkerbell. It's not very good showing that. So there are 3 of those in there. I'm going to take the pattern out. I'm going to just take the front page out. So this is a summertime witch. I'm sorry, I'm not so hardly prepared. So, and again, it has all the threads, the fabric. The fabric is even serged, so you can just take it out of the package and you can start getting the bag. Then I have the second one, which is autumn. I'm gonna take this one out as well, because otherwise you will have glare. And she has some pumpkins. She has some lampion flowers. Oh, don't know how you call them. And some nice purple flowers around her. I don't see anything extra here. I haven't even opened them since I got them, so I'm unboxing them for you. So yeah, here is just the threads and the fabric. And then the third one. This one is the spring witch. And she has some nice bluebell flowers around her. So that is my stash. Again, all the lovely colors. It's gonna be nice to stitch that up. Then I have one more stash acquisition, so one more haul, but that I will show later because I'm in love with it. So I'm gonna take out the whips. If I'm not working on them, I'll keep them in these binders. So they have a box with threads, and for the rest they are in here in one of those binders. So I have a pattern in here, but this I can throw away. I'll show you why later. And I'm gonna show you the witching. I'm gonna show you this. There's a cat sitting next to my screen. So this is time's up. The last time I showed you I was still working on, I have to do it better, on this part. Oh my god. So I had one page done, was working on the second, and at the moment I have 2 rows of pages done. I hope you can see it well. So he has his eyes, he has his little piece of hair, and the clock, which I was worrying so much, has turned out quite well. Also you can see the ghost with a candle, and I'm really proud of it, but it still goes in the cabinet for a while because I have another goal, and I'll say that later. I'm gonna fold this up back in the folder. Then I have everything here, so bear with me. The other one is a bit as well. So remember the witch I bought? I have started working on it, and here I can't throw the pattern away, so instead of those laminated cards I showed you last time, I did them all onto bobbins, but I didn't have a box, so they're just in an IKEA bag. So the witch, the sky, the banner. I still have to do some back stitches here to add the words, and this is how far I got. I haven't worked on it for months, but I'm thinking of starting it again. My big goal for this year is to finish Crab Apple, and maybe I'll work 6 days a week on Crab Apple, and maybe 1 day a week to finish this one. I'm not sure about that yet. Also because I'm starting a new job tomorrow. I've been home for quite some weeks, and I won't have as much time to stitch. So last but not least from my webs, last time you saw Crab Apple, I'm gonna put it out of the ring for a moment because I was still stitching on it earlier. Only the first 2 pages, so I'm gonna show you what was done. These 2 were done, the berries, and I'm proud to say that I'm at 45% finished. So I do cross country by page, and page 8 is almost finished. If you look at all these berries, how much detail there is in there, it's quite some work, but I love it. So this one I want to be finished at December 31. So I hope I will manage it, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna put it in the bag behind me. I have to put everything in the bag or the cats are gone with it. Next thing is my another stash acquisition. I've always been a pen and paper girl. I didn't want it to change to pattern keeper until the last day of 2019, and I bought this, a tablet. It's a Lenovo M10. I didn't pick it out, my fiance picked it out, so I trust it's a good one and I really love it. So of course I have pattern keeper on it, and it's so much easier. Instead of looking where all the stitches are, you just have to press a color and follow the blue trail. So It's so much easier. Oops, I changed my color. I will do it later. So I really love the pattern. I wished my other whips could go on it as well, but so far the only whips I can put on are Heaven and Earth designs. I have quite a collection of patterns already, and I haven't put them all in. For the ones who wants to see Fall Fairy, I don't know if I can show it, but it's a little picture. So that second one is the Fall Fairy, and then you have Time's Up. This is how much there is finished. Sorry, I need to squeak to see what I'm doing. So I really love it. I'm even thinking of starting Max Color Bubble with extreme cross stitch. So just look for the biggest color and find ways to stitch it. Not sure. I'm already doing cross country, but only on the page. And I have some other things I'm doing. Gonna open my Excel. So I hope you can see it. I add my stitches every day. Remember, I've been home for a few weeks, so I've done quite a lot. So every day I add my stitches in here. So this is from Full Coverage Fanatics, and as you can see, I did gonna enlarge it, 9,595 stitches the first 11 days of the year. The day with the most stitches was January 5 with 1,395. So those are my numbers. Again, it's going to slow down now because tomorrow I start my new job at a nursing home, so we will see how much time there is left. The other thing I love a lot, and this thing is made by Renee Habel, sorry if I butcher your name, and Moria Stitches, sorry if I butcher your name, from the Stitchy Quest to Destroy the Ring. I had an idea about a spreadsheet that I had seen on a blog of Flosstube months ago, and I'm not very computer savvy, so I don't know how to make it, and I gave my idea to Renee, and they made something for the group. So if you wanted the Stitchy Quest to Destroy the Ring has a spreadsheet. It does take a bit of time to load because we're in the attic and the Wi-Fi is pretty bad here. So I'm gonna try again. But I'm waiting till it loads. So maybe you see it? No, you can't see it because Wi-Fi is pretty bad here. Next time I will have it open here. Basically, I want to have Grab Apple finished by December 31, so that's an amount of days left in a year. Sorry. And I still had 65,000, yeah, 60, no, I don't know how many stitches, I have to see it here, left, and to do, no, network connection error, so I want to get it here. If I want to have it finished in time, I needed to do an amount of stitches. It started with 181 stitches a day to finish it in time, and if you stitch more a few days or one day, the number goes down. So at the moment I'm at 176, but if you don't stitch a few days, it goes up. So you don't stitch for a week, it will say you need to do 200 stitches a day now. I had 3 days, very good, weekend off, and I did 5,000 stitches, just think. And then I only need to do 150 a day. So, very sorry I can't show it here, but Stitchy Quest Destroy the Ring. You can see the cats. Those arrows here behind me. See the little tail moving? Come on. And there's another one. Nope, they're sleeping. So, okay, this was it. For the next video, I'm going to do another tag. I'm going to try and do monthly videos, because I don't have a lot of whips. I don't have a lot of hole, because I mostly do heads and get those up. So, yeah. We'll see. If you have any questions or any ideas, just ask me and I will answer them. I want to thank everyone for watching. I'm sorry I'm not looking into the camera because I'm trying to see if everything is okay on the screen. So, thank you everyone and have a nice day. Bye.